Good afternoon. This is W.C.Wainwright, CEO and co-founder, One Love, United Coast to Coast. June 16th, this is Father's Day. It's a special day. Everybody should celebrate. You know, we wouldn't be here without our fathers. I keep getting bits and pieces of my post. I don't know what's up, but for some reason it won't record everything all at once, so I guess I'm just gonna have to piecemeal and make it the best way I know how. So anyway, let me say first, thank you for coming. I'm so glad you took the time out of your special day to be with me and to hear a few thoughts about what I think a father is, or who they should be in this day and age in America. The Lord knows we need more fathers. Young men growing up in the streets, in the penitentiaries, and caught up in the gangs. They may have a certain amount of love, but nobody can love you like your father or your mother, because you're their flesh and blood. So it's a difference in meeting people in the street and being friends with them and choosing to be friends with them and being raised by somebody that you have been given to by God to be your mentor. And in my several platforms on the internet, I've been fortunate enough to have the freedom and the privilege to fill my content, speak my mind. So again, if you like this post and you want to hear more posts like it, feel free to come by my YouTube page, stop by my Facebook, come chat with me on Instagram, Twitter. I also have Snapchat and LinkedIn. And I'll probably have a few more before it's all over with. The internet is such a fabulous thing. Gives us a chance to connect to people all over the world and to let our voices be heard. And, you know, many minds together trying to find wisdom, trying to find light in these dark times of war, confusion, outrage. We need some semblance of peace of mind and unity to bring us together, and that is what One Love United Coast to Coast is all about. First of all, let me give you a little history about myself. I was born in St. Louis, and I was raised in the streets of LA. You know, I lived in many different areas on the east side in LA. I went to 75th Street School, elementary, down the street from, it used to be a grocery, vegetable stand over there off of Avalon. Then I think later on they turned it into a skating ring. I don't know if any of you out there remember that. Give a shout out and let me know where you were around back then. Because that had to be like the early 70s. I'm 65 years old, senior citizen, so I don't have to worry about sitting down on the bus no more. Thank God. I've been fortunate enough to come to San Francisco, the Rainbow City. And I have to be the first one to admit that I was a little leery when I first got out here, because LA South Central wasn't no joke. So when I got here, I thought I was in Disneyland, and everybody was showing so much love and respect. I made a life of myself, and I saved myself from being around during the Rodney King thing, when they was tearing down everything. I probably was visiting during that time, but I was ready to get out of there then, and I did get out of there. My brother started this organization. He's the originator, creator, and I've been trying to help him touching bases with you now, because I had the opportunity to talk to a couple of guys from the old neighborhood off 59th in Arlington where I used to live. And turns out, yeah, uh, most of them are dead. God rest their soul. God rest your soul, Swig, Michael. God rest your soul. All right. Connie is still alive. I talked to Connie on the phone. He used to live right down the street from me. I don't know if any of you guys know Big Lee used to live down the street from me too. Lee Smith, him and his twin brothers, Mitchell and Maurice. We was all youngsters back then, and I had a big German shepherd named Duke who used to guard my front door every time some person would run up and want to start something. Duke would be the first one to start barking. Then that bring everybody out the house, me and my brothers and sisters. So at the time, we was pretty well known. Yeah, I talked to JB, Johnny Boy used to live around the corner. He just did 35 to life. He just got out. And a big shout out to you, Shampoo. Um, yeah, all the fellas in the old neighborhood know who I am, and I ain't been seeing any of them in years. But I do know that, we old schoolers, they call us OGs. We should be the ones trying to keep the peace. And brothers like Nipsey Hussle that managed to pull himself up and get himself together and, start a bunch of businesses and do a lot of great things. We should have been there to support him, man, and I'm sorry to see that he's gone now. But I hope that you young brothers out there pick up the reins where he left off and keep it moving. Yeah, and if I can do anything to help, I will. One love, got your back. Now, let me just say Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. And all the mothers who had to be fathers, my mother included. She raised 6 kids by herself. And I never really met my father until I was 5 years old, but when I did, he did help me quite a bit. He was responsible for getting me into the hotel restaurant union. I met a lot of great people there, stayed there for 44 years, semi-retired, union man my whole life. And now I work for in-home health care services, and I'm a video creator. At this time, I'm in the midst of trying to find editors, writers, producers, equipment. I'm doing everything off my cell phone right now, and I'm managed to be able to get up to 212 followers. I mean, subscribers. I'm sorry. Uh, but little or no skills. I remember when I first started, I hardly knew what an email was. Now I have 5 platforms. Just goes to show you, tenacity will pay off. And the only thing that you find in a failure is one more way that it won't work. If you keep doing something, eventually you will succeed. Um, and like I say, um, happy Father's Day. I hope your life and your kids' lives all been touched by this beautiful day we having out here in San Francisco. I'm feeling some kind of way about Florida right now. Uh, they've been hit pretty hard with all that rain, and I hope that they get through their catastrophes. Like the people from Oklahoma got through all them tornadoes. And I don't wish bad on nobody, and I hope in some way I could help to enlighten our community, to help our brothers and sisters in the struggle, and to keep the peace so we don't accidentally kill our young people, because our young people is the biggest asset we got, you know. And I'm gonna keep this brief because I already did um, a few takes on this video. I didn't mean to do so much on a Sunday. I usually don't like to do too many things on a Sunday because it's the Lord's Day, and I like to keep it holy. But let me just say a little short synopsis about where I'm coming from. My mom piled 6 kids in the car when I was 5 years old. She was pregnant. She drove all the way from St. Louis to California. And we eventually settled on the east side and kept moving west until eventually we became um, members of the neighborhood. And before I left, my mom was living on Imperial and Osage, but I mean, we lived all over LA, Inglewood. I got relatives in Compton, everywhere. And naturally, with having a lot of relatives, there's a lot of sets in my family. And my oldest brother got killed out there and gunned down by three guys over a bad drug deal or something. But we lost him when he was only 25. And I keep hearing about all these youngsters dying in Chicago. It breaks my heart to think how many inventors, how many artists, how many rappers, how many poets, how many scientists we lost, when them young people die. And I believe that we have to have accountability in our neighborhoods, not just our family, but in our neighborhoods. We have to look out for one another like we used to back in the day. And we have to be willing to take a chance and set aside our fears. Not me, I'm not scared, but most people set aside just fears and talk to these young people if you can. I'm not saying try to dictate to them and tell them what to do, but if they want to listen to you and they like to hang around you, because I know I used to like to hang around older folks when I was younger, give them some good advice, steer them in the right direction. If you can help find them a job, help find them a job. If they need a shoulder to cry on, give it to them. And in the meantime, One Love, United Coast to Coast, will be here. And at this point, I have a GoFundMe. I'm trying to get equipment for a podcast. I want to do some street work, some news reporting, whatever. Not telling on nobody, but just getting people's opinion. And I want to get a professional setup so I could do that. Right now, I'm just using my phone. And like I say, I'm not complaining. I have 12. I have 212 subscribers, but I'm doing especially well on TikTok and Instagram. And I have a small following on Twitter and Snapchat, so I can't complain. But at the end of the day, I know I would do better if I had writers, if I had editors, if I had people who could do thumbnails, all that. So if you know anybody that's interested in that, please tell them to check in and leave me a text. My email address is WENDELLWRIGHT at yahoo.com. That's Wendell Wainwright at yahoo.com. And there's no spaces and no caps. So I'm also on LinkedIn. And you can send me a shout out anywhere you find me. I'd be glad to hear from you. And now I got to say to all my gentlemen of leisure and my ladies in the street out there, doing the damn thing, keep your head up, baby, because, everybody understand on my side of town, what it means, what you got to do to feed them kids and keep eating. And I just hope and pray that you guys remain safe out there. And for the gentlemen that watch over you, happy Father's Day to you. And if you ladies ain't found somebody to settle down with, I'm married, I'm spoken for, I can't be taken. Gave up the life a long time ago, but happy Father's Day to you. And I love all my family in Local 2, SCLU, Nurses Union, love you. Bruce, if you're out there, love you, man. You're doing a fabulous job. Thank you to YouTube, to Facebook, and to all these wonderful platforms that give these people a chance to speak their minds like I'm doing right now. One other thing, if you'd like to stop by my Cash App is Cash WCW Watcher, and drop me a little something. I'm going to be selling T-shirts like this one, but it won't be embroidered. Only the leaders of my outfit, not my outfit, I'm sorry, our outfit, get the embroidered ones. Speaking of that, Yeah, there will be patches available, and will be T-shirts with ink print, same symbol on here. And I have a Shopify page. I'm looking for somebody to help me run that. I've never run that before. I would like to learn how to do the affiliate marketing. I've never done that before. Um, Editing, you know, YouTube creation for thumbnails, all that stuff I need help with. On top of needing funds, so I got a GoFundMe page. If you want to stop by there, check that out. And I'm not gonna keep you. If you like what you saw, subscribe to my channel and hit that notification button. All right, peace. I'm out.